everyone, so I just wanted to hop on and show that I'm finally back from camp and the coaches retreat, and I spent some time this weekend finally getting back into meal prep, because for me meal prep is pretty much essential to being on plan. So in one of my groups, I'm doing a challenge of a sipper a day and then trying at least one new sipper. So I prepped the Flying Flamingo from Trim Healthy Future, and I did a double recipe. But what I also did is I did 4 green tea bags, and I did 4 oolong tea bags. So that's what this one is, and it has baobab and collagen and a lot of really good stuff for us. Plus it's got the green tea and the oolong that I went ahead and mixed. So I've got, I would say, at least 2 days of this sipper for the week, plus a sipper a day, which is my challenge. And then, so today for Father's Day, we had salad for part of our lunch. And so I went ahead and did my typical lettuce prep. I did a giant romaine head and then one from the smaller packs. And then, so we had that, and then I'll show you, I prepped my lunch for tomorrow. And so this is what we have left. And so this right here is romaine lettuce, where I do my little typical chop with paper towels to line it to absorb any moisture. And then you just, to keep it fresh, you get as much air out as possible, and then seal it, and then you keep it in the fridge. And it looks like it's not much, but there's a lot more in here than you might think. And so then for dinners throughout the week, because you don't need a whole lot, you're not eating, unless you are eating a salad for dinner, you don't need a whole lot, and this is gonna last me for the week. So what I did for our lunches for tomorrow, well, first for today, I went ahead and chopped carrots for my husband, and it's not very many, but it's just gonna go as an addition to a salad. And then some broccoli, some mushrooms, and then for me, some cucumbers. And I use cucumbers in this just because they seem to have a little bit more liquid. All right, so here's my husband's salad for tomorrow. And if you're new here, my husband's a truck driver, and so I go with him on Mondays. And so often on Mondays, he'll have a salad just because I can kind of assist him if he's driving and get everything ready for him. So this little thing is great because when you're done eating, it collapses. But so he's got the lettuce that I chopped earlier today, the bacon. Oh, we had bacon with our baked potato. So it's got some bacon, a little bit of cheddar cheese, the carrots, and the mushrooms. And then on top, up here, keeping it separate, is a little low-fat turkey slices, and then some cheese, and then ranch. And so that's his lunch for tomorrow. And then our other one like that broke, so we only have one now. So mine is just this little Ziploc thing from my grandmother's house. And so in it, I've got the lettuce, a little bit more bacon than my husband because I don't have any turkey, a little cheese, broccoli, and cucumber. No carrots for me, and probably some mushrooms. And then I made one of Pearl's Fuel Pool salad dressing today, a balsamic recipe, which is a fuel, I think I just said Fuel Pool. And so inside this little container, if you have been around Beachbody, you've probably seen this. So this is my salad dressing for my salad tomorrow. So tomorrow's breakfast, I went ahead and prepped in these 2 containers. We usually use glass, but it felt like it was going to be just, anyway, I went with these containers. I think this is going to be too big for his one little lunchbox tomorrow, so we may have to use 2. So I went ahead and put 2 water bottles in our freezer for, I guess, freezer packs. And then I'll just throw these in the smaller one tomorrow. And I have found that Yuck Yum Bitties are the best at freezing, or not freezing, putting in the fridge, because they seem to, when you shake them, come back together compared to some of the other shakes I've done and put in the fridge. So we have these 2 tomorrow. And so, like I said, tomorrow we'll just shake them up and then drink them. And we probably are going to have 2 lunch bags instead of 1, just because there's so many bigger containers. But I'm trying to get into him because he sits in a truck 70 hours a week pretty much, and so trying to get him just some healthier options and things that he will eat or drink because he is very picky. And a lot of the stuff that I have given him or tried with him, he's shaking his head no, but yes, he is. He's very picky. Again, if you need a shake to make ahead, I honestly feel that the Yuck Yum Bitty, and mine is not a true Yuck Yum Bitty because for my husband to drink it, if there's yuck in it, he's not going to drink it. So there's no yuck in this, and Serene will probably be disappointed, but again, I need to make my husband happy. So we've got these. Now I'm really, really excited for this part to show you guys. So I am all about saving time and having moments of being lazy. And if you make THM recipes very often, you know that sometimes they can have like 10 ingredients. And if you're gonna get 10 ingredients out one time, why not make that one time profitable? So I have 7 little containers that I have prepped Pearl's Slimming Porridge in. Now, I did add to Pearl's Slimming Porridge, and it makes it green. What I added to her recipe is I had collagen, spirulina, and moringa, and I think that's it, but I think that's it. But it fills these little containers to the top pretty much, and it is so, so, so convenient. If you need a convenient breakfast that's healthy, these guys are absolutely perfect. All you have to do is put in, I think it's a half a cup of water and 3/4 cup of almond milk, or switch that, something like that. I put that in my saucepan. I dump this in, whisk it. I go get my my bowl. I put in my wild blueberries, and then whisk that again, and I'm done. Like minutes. And so instead of having to get all those ingredients out 7 times, I did it once. But another tip is while those ingredients are out, I prepped my smoothie bags. So in each of these little baggies, and I'm not sure how many I just grabbed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in each of these little baggies, there's collagen, spirulina, moringa, baobab, salt, and 1 Junka stevia in each of these. So then all I have to do is get out kefir or my non-fat Greek yogurt and almond milk, but whatever it is I'm needing, dump that in my blender, frozen fruit of choice, dump this bag in, and then blend. And if I want, some whey protein, I didn't want to add too much sweetener because sometimes I really like to add the chocolate or the strawberry, and those are pre-sweetened. So if I put too much sweetener in this, then this is going to be too sweet. Oh, I also do chaga mushroom extract and dandelion root extract. And these are just things that I have collected over the past year and a half through Amazon, one purchase at a time, and then they sit. Oh, and sunflower lecithin, I can't forget that. That is so good for you, and you only need the tiniest pinch. My bag is a THM bag, and I have had it for well over a year, and it's still over halfway full. So these little bags, again, I had all these ingredients out, and why not utilize my time so that I have time to be a little lazy or busy and I don't have to stress. Hey babe, will you do me a favor? In the back freezer, please, my breakfast I ate today, I want to show them what I made. They won't see you. If you go that way, they won't see you, I promise. Okay, so also for tomorrow's lunch, I packed us pickles, and I have the brand new, I didn't even know these things existed, but the coconut Southwestern flavor. So for a snack, we've got pickles, the Southwestern coconut flakes, crackers, and I forgot to pull out my cheese. But the best part of my meal prep is I have 5 crock pot dinners prepped for the week. Yay. This, honestly, this all right here is amazing. This right here helps me stay on plan. This right here, if I just did this, would be great. But this is my jam. This is the one that keeps me going. All right, so let me show you what I did. The first recipe is going to be weird because who was going to think somebody's eating a ham in June in Texas? But we had a freezer that was having issues shutting just a little over the fridge freezer. And my husband was like, it's this ham. All right, fine, whatever. So in this crock pot for tomorrow, we're going to have ham. Is it June 20th tomorrow? it's the 21st, whatever it is. In the middle of summer, I guess, we're having ham. So I went ahead and I have prepped in here a ham I got at Aldi for 50% off. It's a boneless spiral cut ham. And it's kind of heavy. I've already got it all covered and seasoned and everything. And then so tomorrow, probably around 12, wrong freezer. Thanks. I have one of my sons who, I only have one son at home now. The other one is working a good full-time job. So my youngest son, who's still at home, I will have him pop this in the crock pot because it's a boneless one. It doesn't need to cook as long. So probably about 12-ish tomorrow, I'll have him put this in on low. What we will have with it will be a 100% THM crossover. I will do my mashed potato recipe, and what I generally do for my mashed potatoes is I do 1 bag of frozen cauliflower, 1 large yellow squash, and about 3 to 5, depending on how big they are, of the smaller waxy potatoes. I boil them until everything is tender. I drain, I mash, I add salt and pepper, and if I want garlic or anything else. Okay, I think it's the second shelf in the big freezer on the right is a pan, like one of our little baking pans, with my pink silicone bar pan. He's colorblind, hopefully he can find it. Anyway, and then I'll mash that, and then I'll add some, probably 2 ounces of the reduced fat cream cheese, mash that up. My whole family thinks we're eating regular mashed potatoes, and they have no clue. So we'll probably have that with the salad. So we'll have the ham, mashed potato, cauliflower squash recipe, and then salad. So again, it's a crossover, but it's not a big deal. All right, so that's Monday. And these will probably go through Saturday because I also work with our youth, and I generally make our dinner for the youth every week, but we have a mom who is making dinner for me this Wednesday, so this might go all the way through Saturday. So in each of these containers, I have everything for the dinner. Now, I'm going to pause real quick and just say, I know not everyone has room or has a second fridge. Thank you, baby. They don't have a second fridge. They don't have room in their main fridge for all of this. So my suggestion is get 2-gallon Ziploc baggies, and then you can just put things in. You also don't have to put, okay, I'll show you this one. So, and one real quick tip I have is some of these ingredients go in. I've got to sneeze. Sorry. Whew. Some of these ingredients go in, or meat, they go in frozen. So as the week progresses, if you're worried about something sitting in your fridge for 5 or 6 days, thawed, you wait until the end of the week where you put something in frozen in this container, and it shouldn't be a big deal at all. So this is going to be an Italian sausage marinara sauce over, oh, you can't even see anything. Oh my gosh, let me work. Okay, so literally my jar of marinara. This was from Trader Joe's, and it was surprisingly a good deal. I used the other one when we went to on a camping trip. Most of these recipes, I did not cut the onions because I was doing all this other meal prep, but this one I did go ahead and cut. I had one. Every recipe in here pretty much is something I already had in my house, so it's just things I came up with. So all of I've did an orange bell pepper and a white onion. This may just be minced garlic. I don't know if there's anything else in there. And then my mild Italian sausage that I got. So then in here, goes into the container, and then this. And so on cooking day, I will have 2 options. I can take the Italian sausage, lay it in the crock pot, top it with the garlic and the onions and bell pepper, and pour the sauce on top and just let it cook. Or I can take the Italian sausage and cut it into little circles, saute it for a couple minutes with some olive oil, dump that into the crock pot, then top with everything else. And then serve it over your low carb or approved pasta of choice, and then top with Parmesan cheese and have a salad with it. And that is, again, it's literally minutes to make this once you have your meal prep done. All right, there's got to be some sort of garlic powder in there or something. All right, so here's this one. And I've had some people ask a time or two if the recipe is on my website. Some of these are on my website and some of these are experiments, and if they make the cut, they end up on my website. But if they don't make the cut, if my family doesn't like it, I don't put it on my website, just because I don't want another family making something that is questionable. All right, so this one is, sorry, I think I breathed in a little garlic powder or something. All right, this one is on my website. It is loved. I love it. This is gonna be my pulled beef tacos. I forget what this is called. So basically, it's a beef roast. My dry seasonings, these are kind of strong. And see, I use diced or dehydrated onions instead of fresh onions, because again, I was trying to save time this time. My garlic and my adobe, I think it's adobe, peppers. And then this roast came, I put it into the box 100% frozen. So then cooking day, everything gets dumped in, 8 hours later shredded, and it's ready for tacos. All right, this one. All right, I think this one is, okay, this is my butter chicken. My butter chicken recipe actually has me browning my chicken in my butter before putting it in the container. But again, I was saving time. So if I really want to brown my chicken in the butter, I will just do it cooking day. So as you can see, I literally put my package of frozen chicken breasts, and they're so hard, all my seasonings, garam masala, the cumin, everything, and again, my dehydrated onions, minced garlic, and my chopped minced ginger, my butter, and my Rotel tomatoes. And also this will be served with my cauliflower rice. And my cauliflower rice is, again, if you do it my way, your family just might eat it. One of my clients, I said it was life-changing cauliflower rice, and we joked, it's not life-changing, but I would say game-changing, because since I've been making it this way, my whole family will eat it and not complain, which is a huge win for me. All right, and then my final crock pot recipe for the week, there's like nothing in here. Okay, so basically, I struggled with finding a 5th recipe. So this is going to be, if I can remember the name I came up with. So it basically is chicken breasts and then my seasonings. And I think this is going to be maple Dijon chicken, if I remember correctly. Yep. So this recipe could honestly be a grill recipe. It depends on really what you want it to be. You can take this recipe, take this marinade, put your chicken breast in it, marinate it, and then grill it. You can bake it, you can cook it on your stove, but again, we're doing simple living, simple life, no drama, no big deal with dinner. So it's gonna be a crock pot recipe. Now, I'm probably gonna serve this with maybe oven roasted broccoli, something like that, maybe a salad. I'm not 100% sure. I have no idea how this recipe is. This is one of those experiments that I don't know. I took a recipe that was calling for maple syrup and other ingredients and had to make it low carb. And so I'm using maple extract and brown sugar and things like that. So here it is. I've got 5 crock pot dinners prepped for the week, 7 of Pearl's slimming porridges, 8 smoothie recipes, all of tomorrow's recipes made. My elbow, I have a bad elbow for the moment, hopefully it goes away. A sipper that I double the recipe. Okay, so I have a really weird, sorry. Oh, and a fuel pool salad dressing. I know exactly what happened, but I did something, kind of tweaked it, and then my husband and the wind combined caused a little accident to happen. So this looks really weird, but if you've been around THM for a while, this isn't that weird to you. I made in the new cookbook the mint chocolate protein balls, but my recipe did not turn out right, so it's not balls. Sorry, I'm kind of getting hot in my house. All right, so I made these in 2 bars, and they look kind of weird. And I thought by putting a chocolate chip on top of each one would make them look cuter, and it really doesn't at all. So it looks kind of weird. And when I ate one at church today for breakfast, I had people questioning what I was eating. So my recipe was so loose, it would not hold shape. So I have one of these silicone bars, and so one is missing. It did not make all that you see. It was one less than what was here. And what I plan on doing is cutting it into 3 pieces for each bar. And then I can choose to just have one as a treat, or I can have one as a whole bar. I probably made a mistake somewhere. I probably screwed something up to cause it to be too loose. But this was my breakfast today. And then at night, like, it really tastes very mint chocolatey. And then with the mint, I use Lily's chocolate chips because that's what I have. I don't have any of the THM ones, and they're out for now. So again, I'm just using what I have. But I have this made plus everything else for my week. It's not perfect. I still have some others I really wanted to get done. Oh, I forgot. So I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but I took cucumbers, and added a teaspoon or less of olive oil, apple cider vinegar, a little gentle sweet, a pinch of salt, and a dash of Bragg's. And so this will be with my snack tomorrow for a little bit of extra vegetable for a snack. I'm hoping it turns out. But this is what I did for my week. I've got a fuel pool dressing, which I totally screwed up. Pearl called for a 1/4 teaspoon of super sweet, and I added way more. And so then I kept adding ingredients and trying to make it work out. And my daughter, who was here for lunch, tried it, and she said it was good, and she really liked it, but she could tell there was a little bit of an aftertaste. So I definitely messed up a little bit, but I think it tastes good. So I plan on trying this again in a week or 2 when I finish this one, because having a fuel pool salad dressing that you can go with whatever meal you're making is a great, and a great recipe. But it's full of protein as well. It's got collagen and whey protein in it as well. So then it's definitely, if I added just a tiny bit of other protein for my salad, this is going to be a perfect salad dressing. I said a perfect salad dressing. There was no All right, so hopefully this helps you. I did spend a little extra time yesterday just because I was trying to get, when you get behind on meal prep and you don't have things stored, for me, it stresses me out. So I prefer to have things like these made up. These made up. So next week I want to make the, I think they're chocolate ones. I made them previously. Protein, peanut butter, I can't remember, but they're on the second page compared to these. And I may just make them in the bar and cover them in chocolate because it was so convenient making them in this. And again, if you eat these in public, people might think you're a weirdo because you're eating something that's green, and I guess that's not normal. But they have no idea. In everything that I'm making, even my Yuck Yum Biddies, I added spirulina and moringa, and so the color, well, you really can't tell because the jar is, but they're kind of green. So a lot of the things I eat are green now, and whatever, green should just be the new in thing. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, if you are comments, anything, just let me know, and I will be glad to answer your questions. This honestly is game-changing for me with my success with THM. And thanks for watching. I hope you had a great weekend. Bye.